Again, like I said, some people are just born to be troublemakers. That's what they are. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I'm up working as always, probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, making sure my customers are all taken care of, making sure the orders are out the door. And as I said before, we don't have time for the petty nonsense. We don't have time for the childlike shenanigans. I have several contracts on my table. I am working with new products, working with new companies, trying to do my best to basically get everything covered and done for my customers and everything else that have to be done on a day-to-day basis, plus projects I'm working on right now. And as I said before, that when we said that we didn't have time for the Jamies, we don't have time for the parties, we went about our business. Now, as I said, for as in the legal part of that, yes, that's going to still go through with the attorneys taking him to court, suing him for slandering my product and stuff like that. But this person just never, ever, ever seems to learn. I think there's really something seriously wrong with this human being. And I'll show you why. So anyway, every once in a while, and you notice that, well, pretty much, I think he's bothered by the fact that he got caught calling me the N-word. And he called me the N-word quite a few times. And this isn't the first time. I've got text messages. My attorneys have text messages of this particular individual calling me the N-word multiple times. Now, the email that was sent to me where I exposed him, where he has to have it going into his account, changing his information, and changing his email address, and coming in on different accounts, and just basically just saying nasty stuff to us. So we have him in an email, and keep in mind, as we know, it is Crow because we did do a trace on the email, and the trace on the email by my attorneys and the computer expert we hired found out that the email did come from Crow, definitely from him. So in this email that Crow sent to us, and I don't have time for this nonsense because I got work to do right now, but I'm going to address this issue. In the email, and keep in mind, there were keywords that were popping up in the email. Number one, we haven't filed a lawsuit against anybody else but Crow. Crow is the only person that has a lawsuit filed against them. Not Partey, not any other people. None of them have lawsuits being filed against them. Only Crow has that against them. Our cease and desist order is against Crow. Not anybody else. I'll be right back. I'm going to block out. I got to block out this information. But I'm going to block out his information. I'm going to show you the document that we sent over to Crow, or Jamie, or Fernando, whatever you call yourself. And as I told you before, that this is not over. Just because we have decided to move on with our company, concentrate on things that have to be done for our company, and not playing to those childlike shenanigans that you and the other fellow want to get involved in, you are still going to be sued at the end of the day for slandering my company's name and for saying things that were false about my products. And as I said before, if you don't have proof to back these claims up, you are going to lose this court case and you're going to be sued for a ton of money. Including, you may be some jail time involved in that because there was some stuff that you said in these emails that are criminal against you. All right, so, like I said, I got things to do today. I don't got a lot of time for this, but we'll get into this anyway. This right here, and I'm blocking up his information, is the letter was sent to Crow by one of the attorneys. Now, and this letter states about how he tampered with copyrights, which were already filed with the Copyright Office. With them are reporting this particular issue that went on. And like I said, I don't got time for this drama nonsense, but I'm going to just show you up front. This is what was sent to you. This is a document from our attorneys who sent it to you, actually real attorneys, not the fake attorneys that you have on your so-called page. These are actual real attorneys. You'll be contacted by some more later on this week. So this is the documents that were sent to Crow or Jamie. We have his information blocked out here. His actual address is there. And this is the document that was sent to you. The reason why this document was sent to you was to warn you ahead of time that we're showing the judge that we are trying to warn you that you are actually in violation of our copyrights and violations of these slandered, outlandish accusations of saying our product was too dark to show up, and warning you that you keep on down this road if you don't crease on these particular acts that you're doing, you are going to be sued for this. Now, this is a warning for you, but you didn't accept the warning. You went on, you continued on. So that's why videos after that were dubbed and copied and getting ready to prepare for court. Now, first things first, never was a racist, never will be a racist. My mother grew up in an era where basically it was pretty much really rough. And majority of my friends are Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and Mexicans. So yeah, good luck on that one. The text message that you're showing, that's not my cell phone number at all, period. And I'm not going to expose my cell phone number to prove that, but nah, it's not my cell phone number. Now, I've been busy doing my video demonstrations. Now, you, on the other hand, you got caught. You got caught because, like I said before, you're the only person that we filed papers against, nobody else. And in the conversation that we caught you in, and these racist rants, these emails, clearly you speak of court multiple times in these emails. Why would anybody, not even the Crow Boys, would speak of court multiple times about being sued, come at me, man, so and so and so. The fact that you brought that up, the whole thing about being sued, clearly shows it came from you, because you're the only person we filed a lawsuit against. So let me go over here real quick. I'll show you the document, email. I told you we back everything up, as always. And it's a shame I got to get up in the morning and I got to address this nonsense. But you got some people, like I said, they have nothing better to do with themselves. So we don't test his products over here anymore due to the fact, like I said, number one, we couldn't get him to begin with because he kept canceling the orders. Number two, it's just a waste of our time, as we said before. Buying a product, bringing it over here, and the simple fact, it's not going to work. It's just a waste of our time. We don't bother with them at all. The only time we'll be bothering with you is when we go to court. That's it. But the fact that you have to keep these little things going shows clearly you have problems. So let's go over here real quick. And this is going to be something else too. Now we're going to be dubbing and using against you in court. You just don't learn it all, period. And whoever the other fellow is, we'll be tracking him down too also. Not hard to find him either. So anyone who's involved in this little shenanigan nonsense, we'll be seeing you in court and we'll be suing you for whatever you have. And to show you that we're not playing around with you. You're not dealing with me, you're dealing with another party too also too. If I have problems, I can address them about it, it'll be taken care of. I have warned you about this kind of nonsense. You have to learn to grow up. So let me go in and show you. Go into my YouTube videos real quick and let's bring that up. So keep in mind, we have text messages. I have phone messages from Comcast where he was constantly calling my phone and leaving very nasty messages. All that stuff we have on you, Crow. You have to understand. We have text messages from you. We have email messages from you. I even have a record of every time you called my cell phone and every time you left a message, all that's been saved for court. And in those messages, you've left racial slurs all over my phone messages. All that stuff you think you got away with is all on record. This is what we're doing. We're building a case on you. So, you're thinking everything is, no, we didn't forget about it. We're building a case on you. That's why that little document was sent to you. That document was sent to you so we can show the judge that we tried to reach out to you to warn you about what was going to happen, and you just denied it altogether. That's what that document was for. So any videos you did after that were copied and dubbed and sent out to the attorneys. And this is why I warned you very carefully that you may want to take this document extremely, extremely, extremely carefully. But you didn't do that. So you'll have to explain to a judge when we go to court, when we sent you out this document, that the attorney will be there to explain that this document was sent to you and you ignored it at all costs. This is why you are doomed from the door. You don't listen. But this whole thing of trying to make me look like a racist person, nah, it's not going to work, buddy, at all, period. So you can forget about that one. But let's move on. Let's show you exactly the problems this individual has. And then I got to get ready because I have orders downstairs I have to take care of. I still have this room I got to work on. I got an outdoor screen to do. We got a mesh screen we're going to be coating today. And we're going to be painting the mirror with that silver technologies, which I can't wait to get around with that. So let's get this out of the way so I can get back to work. All right, let me see. Next time, I'm going to when we get done with you, that's why I said we need to get this nipped in the butt. The company I'm working with, I've already explained to them the situation we're having. They feel that once everything is finalized, you become their problem too. So it means they're going to come right after you. They're not going to play games with you at all. It's not going to be back and forth talking. No, you're going to have somebody show up at your front door and serve you, and you'll be in court. That's it. They're not going to play with you. So you're playing with big dogs now. This is a whole different world now. This is how it's going to happen. Now, a lot of you not. Me, on the other hand, it's going to take me some time to get all this done, get the paperwork and everything. That's me. They don't play on that level. They will come to your front door, my man, and they will serve you there at your job. Wherever you're at, they're going to come get you because they need you out of the way. If you're a problem for me and you become a problem, it's a problem for them. They want you removed. They will go through Facebook. They'll go through any channels. They'll have their attorneys go through where they got to go through and get you removed off every platform they could possibly think of. You're not messing with a small company. You're messing with a corporation now. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you now. That's why I don't have time for these little games you play. So let's show you the racist rants that he has right here. We've never mentioned anything. One time I said anyone had anything involved with slander in our company, yeah, you'll be thrown into that lawsuit. Anybody else who has nothing to do with it, you have nothing to do with it, period. I don't care if a Crowboy came in and said, hey, I hate your product, blah, blah, blah. You have nothing to do with it. As long as you're not on a YouTube channel taking our product and claim it to be something that it's not, you're not slandering my product, you have nothing to do with it. You can say whatever you want. It's freedom of speech. You can say you hate the product, this, that, and the other, whatever you want. But if you make a statement about something the product is not and you can't back it up, you're sued. So, yeah. And like I said, I don't know where he gets these ideas from. I don't know. It's a shame, but it's true. I don't know what's wrong with him. I mean, you're the one going out making cardboard cutouts or puppets of my face and doing stuff like that. You do that stuff, posting people's addresses online. You do that stuff. We don't do any of that stuff. We don't engage in that kind of nonsense. I have a reputation to uphold to my customers. My customers can't see me engaging in making puppeteers of you and doing that's childish. Kids do that kind of stuff. I'm a grown man. I'm 53 years old. What would it look like me making a puppet of somebody's character and posting it to be funny? And at the end of the day, all this that you do, it doesn't do anything. My table is still being filled with orders. I'm in the middle of the week and I'm still stacking up. So what are you doing? You got to grow up, man. You're a grown man married with kids in an apartment doing stuff like this. Think about it. You got to reevaluate your life. All right, so here we go. These are the messages. Like I said, your emails have already been traced. Because I keep telling people, don't send emails. It's the dumbest thing you can do. Emails can be used in court right against you. They post it right up down. Is that you right there? Oh, we did a trace on you. This is where it came. Yeah, you can be. Oh, my goodness. People. So let me show you right here. Let me go back in here. So like I said, he's done this before. He's gone back and forth with different accounts and stuff like that. And have called me. Yeah, here we go. N-word. Called me N-word quite a few times. So it's nothing new. And one of his videos, he refers to me as a blackbird. That's a racist slur, by the way. Those of you who don't know much about black history, I know quite a bit about my own history. And blackbird is basically a racist slur. And he's used it in this video one time out front. Called me a blackbird. So yeah, he's a racist individual. I'm sorry, but it's true. Hate to pull that card, but you don't use words like that. And you got hit. Something came at you. Somebody hit you with something because all of a sudden you posted a video about all lives matter. The only people who post those videos are people that are guilty and they're trying to come up clean. Said something nasty in the interview or whatever, and they're trying to come up clean. And that's what it sounds like. Yeah, this is. We have emails. So you call me Flappy Bird. You know that we have text messages. You don't think things through. These are text messages. Your text messages match the emails. That's how we know it's you because you call me Flappy Bird. I know this stuff. So let's go in and let's show you some of the racist slurs that Crow has thrown at me back and forth. And like I said, there's no one else. And this is the part that kills me right here. This is interesting. This is right after he tells me that, God is going to disown you. First things first, you can't use God as a weapon. It doesn't work. Even if you're a Christian, you can't use God as a weapon. So it doesn't work. Right around this time is when he told me that God was going to disown me and throw me in the street. It's right around the time I just signed the $1 million. Oh, I just signed the contract. So right around that time, I signed that contract. I was in the process of actually being contacted by this company and for this big contract. I don't want to say too much. All right, so he's the only one that carries on like this. It's a shame. So let's go in and go into some of the racial slurs, which all this was forwarded to the attorneys. Let's go in here. He calls me all these little nasty names. You gotta grow up, man. It's a shame. Now I'm over here working, doing what I do best with my company, getting my customers and stuff ready. And then, I get these, he emails me all the time. I've blocked his emails multiple times. He emailed me again, some other dumb nonsense. This is why I told you that before we move on with this lawsuit, Crow or Jamie, where we want to go with, my people that I'm attached to are personally going to take care of this mess. They're going to personally get rid of you for good. I'm going to knock you off every platform we can possibly think of. And any company who does not want to apply to these demands that we ask for, these requests, we would show them, look, this is proof that this individual used your platform to smear our company. And if you don't, we sue you. And they're not going to take a dive for you. They're not going to do that for you. They're going to remove you off the platform. Okay, let's go over here. Sue me, you blank. I'll rip you a new one. Why would you mention the word sue me? We're not suing anybody else but you. No one else has papers addressed to them except for you. You're the only person that has been contacted by our lawyers, the only person, Mr. Fernando, about a case that was filed against you, warning you that you're in the process of being sued. So this is how we knew it was you from the door. Because no one else would bring that up because we didn't file a lawsuit against anybody else but you. This is clear as night and day. We knew it was you. You wanted to change your name. You sent me all this nasty that you usually do. And the first thing you say is sue me. So why in the world would you, you spelled sue wrong. Why in the world would you sit there and basically apply to that knowing that you're the only individual that we filed paperwork against? We don't file anything against Parte or anybody else. No one else has paperwork against them but you. Because clearly in your demonstrations, you're out front. You're showing demonstrations of black paint. You're claiming it to be ours. You're doing all this stuff calling us scammers. You're calling us this and that and the other. You're doing this. The other ones follow along, but their stuff, yeah, is damaging. We have some stuff on them. We've already warned them from the door, but they never received any of these documents. When they receive one of these documents from us, and I can show you, hey, look, we sent this out. This is Parte's real name. This is his address, so and so and so. This is the other fellow's real name. This is his address. When we hire those investigators to go out and track down your information, to bring back that stuff back to our attorneys and say, okay, look, this is what we need to send papers up to. This person, this person. Then I can say it could have been one from them, but none of them have any paperwork underneath them right now. Only you are the only person who has this. This is why I don't know what goes on in your mind sometimes, man. You really don't know what goes on in your mind sometimes. I really don't understand you. There's something wrong with you. Now I'm going to show you the video while we're responding back to this. This particular individual tried to make me look like I was racist. That's even sad. I don't know even worse, the fact that you're racist or the fact that you tried to make someone who's not racist seem racist. And that's pretty sad against Mexicans. My friends are Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, then Dominicans. All right? My ex is Dominican. I was with her for 5 years. Her friends are Dominicans and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. My friend who comes down and picks up the items, she's Puerto Rican. All her family members that I'm connected to are all Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. So that'd be virtually impossible for me to be a racist if I was dating for 5 years my ex, who is Dominican, and her friends are Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. Because usually, when you're with a race of people that are from that region, you usually are connected with other people such like them. I have friends that are Japanese. I have friends that are Korean. I have friends that are Vietnamese. I have different friends from different races. So when you sit there and make statements like that, you sound like a complete idiot. Altogether, something wrong with you for you to post something like that. But don't worry, we dubbed the video. Like I said, he's gonna lose everything. He's going to lose everything, and I don't want to hear him whining and crying. And when he comes back on YouTube, telling me, "Oh, I'm being removed from the platform. Oh yeah, they're suing me for all this money." You bought it on yourself, man. You do dumb stuff. Right now, I'm supposed to be taking care of my business. That's why I said from the door when I sent that message out, we don't have time for y'all dumb nonsense. We don't. I got things to do. I get up in the morning, I got work to do. I got customers to take. I got responsibilities in the day I have to take care of. I don't sit around my house thinking, I'm gonna make an email that makes it look like so and so and so. I'm gonna make this guy look like a puppet. I'm gonna do something. I don't do that nonsense. You gotta grow up. But this is the emails that he was sending us back to back to back to back to back to back to back with the racial slurs and everything, calling me the N-word multiple times. And like I said, it's not the first time you've called me the N-word. I got text messages here. What's your number, your work number, and your number attached to it? Because you don't think when you do stuff, calling me the N-word multiple times. And then you get caught and you get busted doing it. And the first thing you do is you bring out a video talking about all lives matter. Of course, that's the first thing people do that are caught doing racist stuff. They go into humble mode. We've seen it happen with Karens all the time. They'll get out there, they'll rant and carry on, call the police on people and act up. And the minute they get busted and exposed, the first thing they do, they go into freaking humble mode. Oh, I was never that kind of person. I was not this, that, so and so and so, blah, 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 blah. People can see through that crap, man. A mile away they can. Should never said that word. You're the only person, like I said, who has documents from our attorneys that were sent to you telling you that you're in the process of being sued for copyrights. See right there, right there? Infringing copyrights right there, see that? Signed by my lawyers. Sent to you, only you. Nobody else has those except for you. So the fact that you would bring up that particular type of wording, sued, we knew it was from you. And then even farther, bottom line is, like I said, I forwarded these over to attorney. They forwarded it over to a computer expert, and they did a trace on it. Buddy, it's you. There's something wrong with you. You really need some help. You are what you are. You're a racist individual, and no one should support your company at all whatsoever. No one should buy from you. You're racist. You scam people. You want to call people scammers? I got videos of you, man. Deleted videos of you scamming people on a Metallica Mix 2.0 right there. Were you not seeing this? This video does not exist. No one can find this video. We're the only ones who have it. And it shows you clearly making this free product. But not only making the free product, you're still selling the free product. You never did. I could see if you said, okay, look, this is a product I sold way back then. I gave away for free at that particular time. Now I have to sell it because I have to make a little money off of it. People will understand that. And I'm going to show you where these two mixes don't even match. This is a completely different one from the other. There you go. You built up a way where no one can come in and say, hey, this is the same thing. You covered all your tracks. No one can say it's the same thing because you can say it's a different product. And you could prove it and back it up in your videos. Like I do in my videos, I have to back things up. That's what you should have did, but you didn't do that. You decided to sell this product knowing that you just showed a video of 27,000 people witnessing this video of you making the product for free. And then when we caught you on it, you got mad and came at us when you should have came back and apologized to your customers for what you did and tried to build a better customer relationship with your customers. But you didn't do that. You failed to do that. So, and you say, I dare you, buddy. We don't dare you. What are you? You're a child or something? This is done. We're grown men over here. We're not kids. Not I dare you. I'll see you in court. They don't dare you about it. When that man comes to your front door or your job and he hands you that document and you're served, you will be an adult and you will come to court. You play with this, you get a bench warrant on you, and then we'll send somebody down from your jurisdiction, California Police Patrol, Highway Patrol, whatever it's got to be. And that particular area will come down to your house and arrest you. Put you in handcuffs, take you down to a holding facility, and you will stay there until whatever they need to do. And with this being COVID, I don't think you want to get locked up because paperwork gets lost. So if I were you, I would abide to everything that's happening. On top of that, you got criminal charges being pressed against you for posting my address online, putting my life in danger. So right there, you got criminal charges right there you got to deal with. Terroristic threats. On top of that, we got email messages from you. I've got multiple phone calls, and people heard it on stream of my phone going off over and over again and again and again. That was you constantly calling the phone, carrying on, asking me to call you. I called Crow one time thinking he had some kind of dignity, and he didn't have that. When I called him, he recorded my voice and changed every other word to make me sound like I was something. We got an attorney for that. Because in California, you can't do that. You can't record someone's messages without them knowing. You could be outright sued for that. And that all of a sudden the video disappeared. So he's known for doing stuff like this, you know? You want to say I use smoke and mirrors in my video demonstrations? You're doing demonstrations in the dark when it's light outside. You're cutting corners. You don't do the test demonstrations correctly. You don't do any of the challenges correctly. I got a stack of cancellations over there on my desk showing that every time we came and tried to place an order from you, you canceled order after order. Even after giving us permission to buy the product, you canceled the product on us. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Then you get this other guy, Partey. He's been involved in this nonsense. Partey, I'm gonna explain to you right from the door, man. If you're involved, and like I said, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if you're hating me because I'm African American. I don't know if you hate me due to the fact that I make screen paint products. I don't know where you fall on this guideline. I already know this guy already from the door. But yours is a little different. Or are you just jumping on the bandwagon with Crow? And if you have any videos down there, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm warning you right now, if you have any videos down there of you slandering my product, of you saying my product is something that it's not, well, guess what? You better lawyer up too, because I'm going to drag you right into this too, because you'll be going to court also. If I find out that you were basically going around making these videos of my product saying it wasn't something that it wasn't, I'll be bringing you to court also, and anybody else, I'll drag you into court too. And if you ain't got the money, it's not my problem. If you ain't got the money for the airline tickets, it's not my problem. Remind you, when we bring you down here, you got to pay for all that, not us. So get in your head. If you're doing side-by-side demonstrations, you don't like the product, you hate the product, that's your opinion. That's freedom of speech. I can come on and say, hey, I hate this particular company. I don't like their products, blah, 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 blah. That's freedom of speech. But when you deliberately go and take a product and you tamper with it to make it seem something that it's not and try to start a rumor or a smear campaign on it, now you're getting sued. So you better make sure you click, delete, whatever you got to do, because if we find anything in there that incriminates you, I'll see you in court and you can talk all the trash you want. I like to see you talk that trash when we're sitting around a bunch of judges and a bunch of lawyers. Run your mouth if you want in there. See what happens. And don't do the whole, and I'm going to warn you, Crow, from the door. I don't know if you take meds or whatever it may be, but at the end of the day, I think you should get a psychiatric evaluation, because you start splurting off that nonsense in that courtroom, you might mess around and get a 302 on you. The last thing you want to do is be sitting up on top of a building being evaluated by a bunch of doctors with no shoelaces and a belt. So you may want to get that together before you go into court. Get yourself a real attorney, which again, this attorney who he was talking to never ever responded back. We gave him multiple requests asking him about this attorney that he so-called talked to in his backyard, and never ever got any response back on the attorney at all, period. Look at this. So yeah, you're racist. You're racist, buddy. From the door, you're racist. It is what it is. You got outed, you got caught. The mistake you made is when you mentioned the word sue. That's where you messed up. Because you're the only person we filed a lawsuit against. We're actually sent documents to from an attorney. Only person. I said in conversations that yes, if we catch stuff in Partey's account, he'll be liable for a lawsuit showing that he did so and so. So anybody else would be liable for that. You smear my company. But you, on the other hand, have done it. So yeah, we've already said from the door we're going to be suing you. I said it multiple times that we're suing you. So the fact that you brought that up in that conversation like that multiple times just shows the bottom line. Yeah, buddy, you came and changed your email, came and sent me a bunch of dumb nonsense, and then you used the N-word multiple times in there. So, and then he comes out with a video saying all lives matter. So first thing people do when they get caught with doing something racist, they try to make themselves seem, no. I got nothing to do with that. That's not me. No, I'm a nice person. I got friends that are black. I got this, that, and the other. They start bringing it up. Oh, so and so and so. Yeah, they start cleaning it up then. They clean it up road, try to clean it the best way they can. And if that doesn't work, then they basically try to sling mud on the other person, which I'll show you right now. This is why we're responding back to this dumb nonsense, which I should be up doing some work right now because I got things to do. And this is the last time we're going to respond to this, Crow, because like I said before, I'll be seeing you in court real soon. I'm making sure, matter of fact, I'm even expediting the paperwork to make sure it goes through even faster so we can get you in court as fast as possible, because we need you. And I mean we, as in me and the people I'm signed in with this contract, we need you to disappear. We need you out of the way altogether, which means we got to bring you into court and take everything we have here and wipe you clean off the face of the earth. And then after that, I'm going after every form site we can get our hands on that you may be attached to wipe you off that too. Because they got a choice. Either they remove you at the end of the day or we file a lawsuit against them. One or the other. And I'm pretty sure multi-million-dollar billion company is not going to sit there and go, no, 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 no. We're going to stay on here and take this lawsuit. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to remove you. All right. Especially after we win the court case, which is going to be a breeze. All right, let's go over to, come out of here real quick. Already got this dumb nonsense right here on his racist rant. Let's go over to his account real quick. I'll show you. He probably deleted the video, knowing him. And that's what he usually does, delete videos left and right. Isn't it sad that I got to get up in the morning and I got to deal with this dumb nonsense that people don't know how to act like adults? People say, oh, but you can ignore it. Yeah, I can ignore it. I can easily ignore it. I ignore all this stuff that comes through. We've been busy. That's why we haven't really been interacting with him for the last couple of days. So we've been ignoring him. We've been working, getting things done. I just finally, speaking of screen paints, I just finally contacted the company. I got the company Paint on Screen, which I'm really curious to see because they make a black screen paint. I have their product coming in real soon, and hopefully we get Screen Innovation. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know about that yet. It's been a little iffy because they were supposed to call me back today. I talked to 2 sales reps and they're supposed to talk to me, and no one has contacted me back yet. So I don't want to call them over and over again because then it's going to seem like I'm harassing them, and then they can get me on that. You know what I mean? So I don't know how to go about it, to tell you the truth. Because they can say, okay, he's harassing us. I'm just trying to do a simple side-by-side. Look, I'm not going to add this to this conversation right now. I'm going to do an off-topic for Screen Innovation. We just want to do a side-by-side. That's all I want to do. Or just send me a couple of sample sheets. That's all I'm asking, side-by-side. I want to keep everything respectful. That's all I'm going to do. It's just test that new black technology next to yours. That's all we're trying to do. Nothing more. It's a bit of a hard time. I don't know if they know it's me or they're watching my videos or what's going on. But we got our delete screen sample sheets got here before them, and we ordered them actually last, and we still haven't gotten their stuff. And DMP Supernovas in Switzerland, and we got their stuff over here now. And we got some new stuff from them too. All right, let's go and address this one issue right here, so we can all get back to work and get the things done that we need to get done in the day. You know, it's morning time. We got things to do. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm in the wrong section here. I'm sorry, people. I'm in the wrong section. No, we're in the right section. Here we are, right here. All right, so I think my mute's down. Let me take my mute off right here because I don't like to play people's voices. That's just, I don't like to do that at all. He probably removed the video. Who knows him? Here we go. No, he didn't remove it. It's right there. All right, so this is supposed to be, I guess it's supposed to be me. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff right here that is that's going to get you, well, he might, put it this way, at the end of the day, excuse my French people, he's screwed either way. Doesn't make a difference what he does now. He's going to court regardless, so that's not going to help him at all. But it's just the dumb nonsense. Like, you're, again, grown man, husband with kids. This is what you do? This is why you can't get anywhere in life. This is why you're not going to get anywhere in life. People like you never get anywhere in life doing dumb stuff like this. So this is supposed to be, you're a racist piece of blah saying all lives matter. What the blank? What is this, man? What is wrong with you? Mexicans don't even compare, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you got some problems, man. So let me get this straight. You get caught in an email sending me racial slurs. And in that email, you mentioned the word sue, which we have documents of here, sending us documents to you. Warning you, you're in the process of being sued, which we do the trace on the email, everything comes up. It's under you, Crow. I'm sorry, but it's coming up under you. All right? And then you get busted on this. This goes on what? This happens about a couple of days ago, when it happened from the email. A couple of days ago. And now, all of a sudden, now you come up with this ingenious idea like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do a fake this right. Now, usually if people have evidence against somebody that they said something wrong, they will come up right away with it. They won't wait until later on, until everything passes. They'll come up right away with it to defend themselves. The fact that you came on such a delayed time on this clearly shows this is something that you premeditated, thought up along the way, and they decided, I'm going to use this to try to damage him. And this is what I'm talking about. These are the kind of stuff that we're collecting on you to show that how you maliciously just tried to do things or just tried to come at me any way you can, even when we're just minding our own business, on how you just can't stop doing dumb stuff. This is just who you are. And this reflects on the kind of person you are. And this is why people should not do business, which they shouldn't buy from you at all, period, because this is the kind of person that you are. And it's a shame that you're like this. Something along the line, something. I'm pretty sure when you were a kid, you weren't like this. I mean, I look at people this way. When I see people that are just screwed up, I kind of try to look at them when they were kids. Because, when you're a kid, you're ready to so and so. So somewhere along the line, something happened in your life to make you like this. And this is bad. So you're saying you're a racist piece of blank. I'm not going to repeat that. Saying all lives matter. Okay. What all lives matter? Yes, all lives matter. But I don't get what you're coming at by saying that. I wouldn't think that all lives matter. I'm African American, so that particular term of all lives matters actually is Black Lives Matters, and that was toward us first before it became toward everybody else. Then later on, it integrated to all lives mattered. You don't think when you talk. You don't think at all. Period. That's like if you look at FUBU. The gear called FUBU that people like to wear. You know what FUBU is? It's designed by, it was designed by LL Cool J. Later on, it was picked up by another company. But FUBU stands for For Us, By Us. That's for black people. That particular clothing was designed for African Americans. FUBU, For Us, By Us. That's what it's designed for. But a lot of people don't realize they buy, FUBU, blah, 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 blah. They don't know the meaning behind that particular t-shirt or item of clothes, but that's what it stands for. But again, let's move on with this because, I got things to do. I got work to do. Yeah, you're Mexican, doesn't even compare. Okay, you're Mexican, doesn't care. Okay, whatever. He's got some problems with that. With all that's going on with Black Lives Matter. All right, and you're going to put that blank. Yeah, I'm white. I'm coming out. Blah blah blah. Mexican, so and so. Doesn't make a difference, man. You have to understand. A racist doesn't have to be white. A racist can be any color. This is where you don't understand. A racist can be racist. We have black people that are racist, which you don't know about. Yeah, there's certain class. They call certain class. We call them. There's a nickname for them. What they call them, but yeah, even among our people, we call them certain names. Where you have some black people that will look down on other black people because they don't make enough money, they don't drive a fancy car, they didn't grow up in it all. I have some friends that are black that grew up in white neighborhoods and really well to do, and they have all white friends and stuff, and they look down on me, and I'm the same color they are. So it's you don't understand anything about racism at all. It's a shame when people talk about race and they think it just has nothing to do with just black and white. No, racism goes all the way around. You have the Asians that weren't allowed at the particular time. I'm a history buff because I love history and stuff like that. But right around the time when you had the Asians and stuff and the blacks and stuff, they were building the Chinese, the railroads and stuff like that. They weren't allowed in town, period. They weren't allowed to go into the taverns. They weren't allowed to go in town. They weren't allowed to drink. They weren't allowed in there at all, period. And the white men were not allowed to go in there. Keep in mind, even with the white race, even everybody in every race was enslaved by somebody else. But it's to how you went about calling me that particular name, that particular word and what it stands for. That's what made you look like a racist. But the bottom line is you're talking about, everybody's lives matter. It's all black people. You don't understand anything about racism at all. Racism goes around, like you had the Germans didn't like the Jews. You have, and to this day, I even pumping from time to time where I have Korean, Japanese people don't like Koreans, and Koreans don't like Chinese, and Chinese don't like Vietnamese, and Mexicans don't like Puerto Ricans. You heard that one before. They make jokes about that one all the time, about Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. And I got friends that are Mexican and Puerto Rican, and they don't get along from time to time. And Puerto Ricans don't want to be called Mexicans, and Mexicans don't want to be called Puerto Rican. It's crazy, but that's how it is. And you all know that. You know someone who's Puerto Rican, you've heard this before. Everybody knows it. If you know someone who's Mexican, you've heard it before. Someone you call a Mexican person Puerto Rican, they will flip on you like, no, buddy. No. Wrong race. But the sad thing about it is just how you went about it. I never called you any racial slurs, never, because I'm not that kind of person. You called me a racial slur right from the door. You called me one of the most nastiest words you can ever call a black person ever. That's what you called me. So when you're trying to say that, it's not just black and white, all lives matter, I'm quite aware of that, but man, I'm African American, okay? I should know. If I know about races, trust me, I know. I can tell you stories that make your hair stand up on the back of your neck. So trust me, I know. I've been in situations where my life was almost at a point where I almost got murdered a few times for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. So trust me, I know these things offhand. So you're explaining something to somebody who knows these things. I have friends of mine who have been in bad situations also too. And like I said, for you to come at me, it's just what you said and how you said it is what makes you a nasty individual that should not ever be trusted. But to say that, oh yeah, I'm just saying that when I say that all lives matter, I'm just particularly just pinpointing just black and white. No, of course, all lives matter. But to keep in mind, at the end of the day, that was the slogan that was given to that man who died under the neck. His windpipe was crushed under that officer, right there for all those people to see. That's the slogan that was given. And then later on, they changed it to, hey, blue lives matter. And then they changed it over to all lives matter because they thought that it shouldn't be pertained to one race. Now, you take the time and study some history and look at the history of my people, and I'll tell you something about my people right now from the door. I can't go back to Africa. You want to hear something interesting about being black? I'll tell you something from the door. I can't go back to Africa. You know why? Because I don't know anything about my native tongue. I don't know anything about my culture. Nothing at all, period. I would have to research all of this in order to go back to find where my native roots come from. Where my friends, on the other hand, that are Mexicans, Dominicans, and Japanese, and all different races, they can go home. They can go to Paris, they can go to Puerto Rico, they can go to DR, they can go home and they can sit down among their people and they can sit down and talk and communicate with them. They all become one. That's not for the black man. He can't do that. Black man can't go back to Africa and sit down. How many tribes there are in Africa? How many tribes that sit in Africa right now? For me to go to Africa right now would be pointless because I would love to go there one day. Yes, one day I would love to go. But where do I connect that? Who am I connecting to? Who are my tribes? Who are my people? So think about that. Because I have friends of mine that say, I'm going to DR. I'm going to go down and see my people, my family, so-and-so and so. I'm going to Mexico, so-and-so and so. You could drop into Mexico right now and start talking. Everybody will understand what you're saying. I could drop into Africa, and if they start speaking their native tongue, I have no idea what in the world they're talking about. And yeah, I have some people that are over here, they don't know Spanish and so forth and so forth. But at least when you go over there, you're still connected. I'm not connected when I go over there. I'm disconnected. Because how I got over here was different. My entire inheritance was stripped from me when I came over here. From my ancestors, their inheritance was stripped away. And they were rebred and retaught something new. So sometimes I don't want to go down that road to really tell you the truth, but when you start talking about all this nonsense about racism and all that stuff, man, you don't even know I understand some people have witnessed it and going through it, but imagine the fact that you could always go back to where you came from and you could always, reconnect where we can't ever go back and reconnect. You think about that one before you start talking this dumb nonsense to me. So, I would love to be able to go back and say, oh, I come from this particular tribe and this is where they came from. And each tribe had their own language. Each tribe had their own form of language. And I wouldn't even know which one to connect to. I watch African American studies and I watch them, how they dance and all the different things they do. I can't connect to that. I would have to do years of research to figure out where I came from, who I connected to, what tribe I was from, what they spoke, what they were about, because there were tons of tribes all over Africa. So which one do I connect to? So before you come on and talking this nonsense and spreading this dumb nonsense to me, you need to understand what racism and everything else really means at the end of the day. I would love to be able to go, oh man, I'm going to DR, or I'm going to Mexico, or I'm going to Paris, I'm going to a country that, even if I've never been there before, I'm still connected there by those people. So don't come at me with this dumb nonsense. Jamie, grow up. I'll see you in court soon. Gotta see you later. Gotta go, and God bless. This other dumb nonsense right here, this is just stupid, downright stupid. You called me the N-word, you got caught doing it. You're the only person that we filed this lawsuit against. We didn't file against anybody else. For you to bring that up in that topic basically clearly shows that you, and on top of that, even farther it, the trace on the email came up under you, buddy. So, just one more thing we just want to add onto the plate of dumb stuff that you do. So yeah, no one's saying that Mexicans' lives don't matter. I see stuff that's going on in Mexico. It's freaking crazy. You got people over there trying to get over the border. I couldn't even understand. I'm not even a freaking for someone to sit there and make a comment like that about how Mexicans don't matter. Man, I'll knock you upside your freaking head for saying something stupid like that to begin with. I got a lot of family members and friends and deep ties that are freaking Mexicans, by the way. You're just an ignorant individual. That's the problem right there. They're okay. Every other Mexican on the face of this planet is okay, but you're the only person on the planet that's that ignorant. You are. That's what you are. You make them look bad. That's what you do. You make them look bad. Because I got plenty of friends out there that are Mexican. And I think it's a shame that they're going to sit there and I don't care if anybody gets ticked off over this. I don't care if you don't buy from them ever again. But I think it's a shame that people have to build a freaking wall because you want to block out a certain race of people. That's what ticks me off. Like they don't have a right to be over here. What's the problem with them coming over here and working over here? What's the problem? My mother grew up in an area where blacks weren't meant to be seen. She grew up in an area where you couldn't get on the bus, where you couldn't drink from a water fountain, where you couldn't sit down and eat at a table. She went to school where she got spit on. So you want to talk about that kind of dumb nonsense. And I got friends of mine that are Mexicans. And it's a shame they got to be deported. They come over here, they work hard, they pay their taxes, they do whatever they have to do. They're good citizens, and they got to be deported. Oh, go back to Mexico. I hate that nonsense. I think that's disrespectful on every level. Whether what race you are shouldn't make a difference, or what color you are, you have a right to be here. Oh, because you're an immigrant. This country was built on immigrants. I'm not against white people either. I think everybody has a right to live in harmony at the end of the day. It's a shame you just have those particular individuals that are implanted in those particular areas that try to make everybody look bad. Not all white people are racist. Not all cops are bad cops. Not all Mexicans are bad people. Not all Puerto Ricans and different races are not bad people. It's the individuals within those individuals that try to make everybody look bad. This joker right here. So yes, it ticks me off when I have a friend of mine who's saying me that her father or mother is going to get deported because they don't have the right paperwork. I don't even know why you would need paperwork. I don't get that, man. I don't get it. You're going to start me off on a whole nother level, man. That ticks me off, right? That ticks me off. And for you to say I'm racist against Mexicans, are you freaking kidding me? Didn't vote for Trump, never will vote for Trump. And I don't care how many people are Trumpers that don't like that. I don't like Trump and I can't stand him. Didn't vote for him. Because I don't think it's right that you're going to sit there and tell me that, oh, they can't come in, they can't do it. Oh, man. Good gracious. When people start exalting themselves over other people because they think they're better than them. Let me understand this so I can explain to people. I don't care if you're rich, poor. I don't care what you have. At the end of the day, all men and women are equal under God's eye. There's none greater. I don't care how much money you have. You will still be judged as everybody else. But to say something like that against Mexicans, no, my friend, at all, period. If it was me, I would rip down the wall. It shouldn't be there to begin with. This land was passable before we were ever here. And now we live on this earth. We start making rules by putting up a wall here. Got to have a wall here. Got to have a security fort here. Got to have this so and so and so. We're all human beings at the end of the day. Jane, let me tell you something. You tick me off from time to time. This right here really ticked me off. I tell you, if I seen you on the street, I'd knock you to freak out right now. I would knock you to freak out for saying something this stupid. Especially when I got friends that I'm really, really close with that have basically I care for them like their family, their blood to me. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Even as ticked off as I am right now, I can forgive you because I know that there's got to be something wrong with you, man. At the end of the day, I hold no hatred over you over this at all, period. I forgive you for this. I'm going to go back to work and do what I have to do. At the end of the day, you think whatever you want to think about me, but yeah, I got things to do. It bothers me if someone's going to think that, oh, I'm a racist against Mexican people, and I have friends that are Mexican, which is actually interesting, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's what people do. That's what people do when they have nothing to do but spread hate. And at the end of the day, like I said, I forgive you. Go about your day. I'm going to go do what I got to do. I got work to do. Sorry, people, I had to involve you in all this and everything. Get a little emotional on camera, but it bothers me. It does. It really bothers me. You know what I mean? But anyway, you guys have a good one. God bless. I got to get back to work, and I got stuff to finish. Actually, I got new curtains for the whatchamacallit, so I'm still working in here right now. So let me get back to work, okay, people? And I gotta get your orders taken care of. Thank you all. And like I said, don't bring any hatred toward this man. He has some problems. He does. He has some problems. And just leave them be. That's all to it. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody contacting them and saying this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, I can forgive people like this. And you can tell people, you have to forgive people. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. It's very hard to forgive people when people do stuff like this to you. But you have to understand that, I tell people that you can't get forgiveness from God if you don't forgive others. And I do some dumb stuff in the day. I do. I've cursed sometimes, a few times in gaming and stuff like that, and I've snapped a few times here and there. Lost my temper. I had a little bit of a bad temper, but I have to come back to my Lord and say, Lord, I messed up. Or on camera, I was showboating too much on camera, which I'm known for doing. Sorry about that, Lord. I'm sorry for basically showboating on camera. Please help me to be more humble when I come on camera. Help me not be intimidated by people when I come on camera. Got to try to pray when I come on, and then I make a mistake, and I go back and I ask them for forgiveness, and then I make that mistake and ask for forgiveness. So I got to forgive other people. I should forgive other people, and I make it my life to forgive other people when they do bad things to me, because I need forgiveness from God every day for the things I do, because I'm not perfect. So this particular individual, I forgive him for what he has done. I feel sorry for what he is doing. I have to take him to court. Now you see why I have to take him to court. At the end of the day, I told you, I really don't want to have to go out and sue this man, because if I sue this man, he's going to lose everything. And I mean, he's going to lose everything. And this is going to be bad for him and his family. But he's not letting up. You know what I mean? If he just minds his own business and stays to himself and just learns to shut the freak up, I don't have to slam you with a lawsuit, man. But you don't know how to shut up. You know how to leave things alone. The last couple of weeks, we've been working, doing what we need to do over here, and then somewhere along the line, bing, you come up with this crazy idea. This is why you have to be removed off platforms, because you're a poison. You are actually a poison, man. And it's a shame that you're a grown individual with family and kids, and this is the stuff you think about? Really? Come on, man. You gotta grow up, man. You gotta grow up. What is this right here? That's not even my phone number. So now this is the very same individual who's going to convince you that my paint's black and can't see it, which we can do it on live all day long. It's the same way you're going to convince that this, because it's coming from Oh, well, again, Ken the scammer bird won't stop with his crap. Rob, his boyfriend. I don't even know who Rob is, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I don't. This is something a child would write. Literally, you're a grown man with kids and a wife. What's wrong with you? At the end of the day, you write, this is you? This is what you do? Not even my phone number. Knock yourself out and call it. Be my guess. It's not my phone number. Never even had a phone number in that area code. I had this area code, but not those numbers like that. I know all my phone numbers by heart. Not all, some of them. Some of the crap you still have to remember. Because you know how they ask you, like, what's the previous last number that you had in your account? What the freak? Like, that was like 10 years ago. How am I going to remember a number from 10 years ago? So I write everything down in ledgers. Because, again, I back everything up. But we don't have anything like that. But nice try, and I feel sorry for you, man. I really do. You need some help. You need God. At the end of the day, you definitely need God. There's something wrong with you. And you're going to type, Rob, his boyfriend. Okay. I mean, whatever. But, okay. Let's move on, people, because I got some new stuff coming out pretty soon. So we'll clear it off with another one type of thing, but the other screen didn't work out too well. It wouldn't marry to the surface. So now I know something that we need to put on the website. Do not paint this with polyester, like never. Because we tried multiple attempts, it didn't work. But we did find something that did work. So I'll be showing that off, and the next couple of days you'll get a chance to see that. Other than that, everybody have a wonderful day. Be safe out there, and God bless. Boom. There's something wrong.